between the San Francisco 49ers and the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
First play from scrimmage, Newton going to throw it. It's Williams on the catch. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A first carry now, this is Williams. And this will be a Texans first down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Newton. This one swung out to Williams. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. The slot man in motion right.
19 tight.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Pass the 60. Warriors 70. Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers.
Newton on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Texans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. First and 10 for Montana and company. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So already trailing, Charles, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That'll feel great for their team.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Smith, the man in motion left. From the 22, Newton. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing is Newton. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And that's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Montana. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Ready?
They'll run up the middle with Campbell. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Here we go.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
79 Broncos. Back 60.
From the gun, here's Newton. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And he's off to a very poor start. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. We'll try and see if he can complete a few to the good guys here as he starts 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now Montana. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. That'll give him 8 that time, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Montana's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
In motion, Hill. On 1st down, Montana. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Owens. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Montana. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Montana to throw. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. That'll go as a pickup of 8. They run again on first down. Peterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Montana and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
The kick by Gold is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Houston set to take over. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
In motion left is Hopkins. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. He's got his man Sharp complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first down, Newton throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
60 bites, 60 bites.
They'll give to the big man, Campbell, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Panther 11. 60 Eagles, 60. Go check.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
60 Maverick.
Here's Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try to put points on the board. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. This is caught inside the 15. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. To throw is Montana. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
play generates for his team, not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's got limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So we've come upon halftime here in Houston. Well, no sooner did the teams get to the locker rooms, and they're running right back out. Halftime over, third quarter, ready to go. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. They will look to throw. Montana. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the middle with Peterson. Finding space at the 40. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Looking to throw again on second down. Montana getting the football to Davis on an out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They run again with Peterson. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 19 yards for Adrian Peterson. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. The 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Texans. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. That will tie the all-time mark. You cannot go further, folks. 109 yards on the kick return. And the 49ers are back within a score. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
This taken in at the goal line. Well, the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey! 50 Bobcat. Cap 50.
Back to throw, Newton. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magical elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with a big man, Campbell. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the run, it's Campbell. And some space here. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Montana. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. They run over center with Peterson. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And the tight end goes in motion left. From the 45 on 2nd down, Montana looking deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And a big turnover there as as his guys will get the football back. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of those overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Newton now to throw. And a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. A 10th carry now for Peterson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He completes this to Walker. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
In motion, Hill. On 2nd and goal, Montana. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. He'll drop this down to Peterson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Going to try to throw for it with Montana. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown. 5-yard touchdown. And the Niners have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Gold with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. In motion left goes Smith. On on 2nd and 10. Newton. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
3rd and long. It's Newton. As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Back to throw. And Walker has it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over 1 minute to go in the game. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
Offside, Ethan.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.